This video uploaded on YouTube can make anyone's blood run cold. The real-life footage is claimed to be of a patient at a mental hospital in Sadovich, Siberia. Now, many of you who are true horror fanatics know that the story of Sadovich Asylum is incredibly disturbing. The location of the hospital is in the middle of nowhere, and all that remains now of the location are stories and legends of what sinister practices went down there. In this horrifying camera recording, an almost skeleton-looking man sits on the bed, all alone at night. He is wearing a white dressing gown, sitting and rocking slightly. The footage shows him talking to himself. The room is covered in complete darkness, and you can only see the bed and the man on it. After a while, the footage cuts and comes back on. In another clip, the patient is curled up in a fetal position on the bed. Immediately, he stands up and is then staring into the dark without a word. He then starts pushing the bed by the railing. Viewer, the whole video is so scary to watch, but it doesn't just end there. In another clip, the patient has removed his hospital gown, and he is seen leaning off screen against the wall, trying to get out. He then makes his way around the room, and you can hear a loud gutting scream in the video. It's almost like the patient is being tortured from the inside. The fate of the man in the video remains unknown, but the hospital was shut down shortly after this footage came out. More than one patient has reported evil things happening within that institution. In this creepy footage, a stranger is able to capture a spooky figure roaming around the corridors. According to the YouTuber who uploaded it, the clip was taken in Honduras school hospital Universitario. As the story goes, it is said that one of the doctors working at the hospital took his own life in that very corridor. Now, nobody knows the reason behind the suicide, but there's been spine-chilling reports of a spirit stalking up and down the place at night, sometimes flicking the lights on and off in patient rooms, and sometimes just staring at them through the curtains. Still, nobody was able to capture the spirit on camera, that is, until now. As the unsettling footage plays, you can see a shadowy, ghostly figure in the corner of the room behind the door. It floats outside the room and moves around, and then vanishes in an instant. The footage shows that the unknown entity's head is enlarged, and its arms are unusually long. It hovers for a second as if looking for its next target. As if that sight alone wasn't horrifying enough, the rest of the hallway is full of stretchers and completely abandoned. The stranger who uploaded the video seems to hide as soon as they spot the unknown entity, and the footage comes to an end. Nobody has been able to offer any explanation for this presence. Do you guys think this figure is something from another dimension? A ghostly presence, or perhaps something else? In this chilling video, a well-known YouTuber and urban explorer, The Proper People, attempts to explore an abandoned hospital in the middle of the night. For almost 2 decades, the hospital has been left deserted, with many people failing to explore it. But back in 2018, the urban explorer took on this challenge. Into the clip uploaded, you can clearly see the years of neglect the hospital has gone through. The structure is falling apart. The wallpaper is peeling off the walls, and an uneasy feeling is there as soon as you enter the area. In the video, the explorer explains that this is not his first time in the abandoned building. The last time he came here, he found tunnels under the building, but he felt something lurking down there. Something sinister, waiting in the shadows beneath the hospital. As the group of explorers walked around, they found rooms that were empty, while others were locked, leaving viewers to wonder what might be hidden behind those doors. As the clip plays, you can even hear loud whispers calling out. The whole hospital was giving off creepy feelings. The group of explorers even came across an old green tub that looked like someone had used it recently. Was it a squatter or something else? Something otherworldly. As they continued, they came across something even stranger. It was half of an elevator car, in the middle of the room. Shortly after this, the explorers left the building. They later on explained that a heavy feeling made them leave the place immediately. It's horrifying to see ghosts and shadows on camera, but what's even more disturbing is when you do not see what exists in the darkness. In this one, the hospital staff in a provincial hospital in Rosario, Argentina, witnessed paranormal activity happening in a haunted hallway at night. In the video, a stretcher is first seen rolling back and forth in the middle of the hallway. What's crazier is the fact that there is no one else in that area. It then rolls a bit faster and launches off of the courtyard floor and into the grass. The staff at first thought it was the wind moving the stretcher around, but the unmoving plants in the video proved them wrong. Some force was pushing the stretcher and making people aware of its presence in that hallway. To this day, nobody knows who or what it was.